Recently, there have been a handful of really noteworthy updates to Google Docs. We're going to run through all of them real quick in this video. So Google Docs recently introduced interactive checklists, advanced or enhanced, I should say, preview panel, which I think is especially key when it comes to videos, inserting videos, having students watching videos, and working within a Google Doc smart chip. So you can see I have a smart chip right here, kind of making Google Docs more interactive and linking in other files and people and events a little bit more easily. They have a brand new meeting notes template, and this has great implications for group projects. So let's start from the top, interactive checklist. As you can see here, this is an interactive checklist. I know many people have been waiting a long time for Google Docs to finally come out with this, and they have. You can find the interactive checklist button right here in your toolbar. You can also use the keyboard shortcuts Control-Shift-9. You can, tab and indent just like you would bullet points. Teachers have been creating, an interactive syllabus for their students with this, kind of breaking down group projects or daily work so students can actually check off as they've completed something. You'll notice it'll strike through and give them that checkbox. If you kind of want to just like start an interactive checklist from scratch, you can just click that button and type away. Or if you kind of already have a list going, imagine this wonderful list of things for your students to do or your students to accomplish, you can always highlight and then click the interactive checklist button, and that will create it for you. Second thing, I just think this is so cool. It's so much better than how it used to be. The preview panel for previewing files and videos and things like that has been enhanced. So you can see here, I can like open a preview of the NPS new staff tech guide. I can kind of scroll through it. But I think this is so awesome for videos because you used to have to like put it in a Google slide, link the Google slide. It like was just a couple of extra steps. Now no more. I'm going to show you two different things that you can do with the video. So I have this crash course video right here. I'm going to Control-C, copy the URL. I'm just going to paste it into this doc. Now you'll see it recognizes this is a YouTube video and it wants me to replace it with a smart chip. So let's see what that looks like. I could click tab or I could click that. So now it has this grayed out background. What's really cool about this is students don't have to click anything necessarily. All they do is hover their mouse over this smart chip and they will see this is, what this video is. I'm sorry, I moved move my mouse too quickly. And I can also open a preview and I'll see the video down here. It will start playing. If I needed it bigger, I could, of course, always open it in a new tab. I could watch it on YouTube. But it's really nice if you're having students kind of watch something and fill out a Google Doc as they're watching or like they're taking notes or something. It's really nice that they don't have to toggle or do a split screen, especially because Chromebook screens we know aren't that big. So that is one way you can do it. If you're not in love with the smart chip way, no big deal. I'm just going to link it. So I'm going to pop that link in again. You can see when I press enter, it kind of turns it into that stereotypical link, that blue underline. Now this is like all the mumbo jumbo, right? If I don't want to make it a smart chip, I can just make it a link. It will replace all that mumbo jumbo in the URL with this really nice title. If I'm a student and I want to preview the video, I can click. I can open preview and same thing. So those are your options. But again, the biggest thing, the nicest thing is that preview panel is there for them. Now to talk a little bit more about smart chips. Smart chips are ways to make Google Docs more interactive. You're pulling in information and kind of like tagging things, whether it's people, whether it's files like Google Docs. You can see this is a Google Doc right here, slide sheets, even events from your Google Calendar. All you have to do to get like a smart chip going is type in the @ sign. You're going to see people, you're going to see templates, meeting notes, by the way, very good template, and you're going to see recent files. You could insert a date, you can do a calendar event, and it will actually make it kind of like a interactive thing. So please note, if you do a smart chip and you kind of tag a person, like I've tagged Ryan here, this doesn't mean that Ryan has access to this Google Doc because as you can see up here, I haven't shared it with him. It's private only to me. It will warn you, mention people don't have access to this document. It will mention the person's name. I can decide, oh, Ryan needs access to this document, I'm going to share it right away. Or I can dismiss it if I'm not going to share the document with him, at least not right now. So again, just inserting a smart chip and tagging somebody's name does not mean that that they have access to that file. It will get this little pop-up that says share. And again, this works with people, templates, files, and let's see if I do the NPSC or self-esteem event, I get that nice preview window. So smart chips, a lot of different implications for that. Last but not least, meeting notes template. So this is great, I think, especially for older students navigating group projects, kind of like learning how to work together and figure all that good stuff out. So I'm going to actually hop over to a new document. And if I have a new document, by the way, docs.no is like one of my favorite little tips. I'm going to come over here into insert templates and I'm going to do meeting notes. Now it's going to bring up all of my different meetings. Like, yes, reminder that buying a lotto ticket tomorrow night is a meeting. So it will automatically come up with the date. Obviously, this is not a meeting I would need to take notes on, but it was necessary in my Google Drive. It will come up with the date, and it's pulling this from my Google Calendar. The calendar event, if I had attendees, like if other people were invited to this event, it would notes and action items are already that interactive checklist. So this just kind of sets your students up for success. If you say, hey, you're having a group project meeting, have them check out this template to work on like how to take meeting notes together, how to, say, okay, whose actions items are these and who's going to do them, and have them share it with you. And that will help you keep track as well, because we know that keeping tabs on students as they're doing group projects is not always the easiest thing to do. So let me hop back over here. Google Docs finally got a little bit of a makeover. Feels like it's been a long time coming, but just to recap, now we have interactive checklists, better preview panel, especially with videos. Remember, you can make them just a regular link, like blue underline, like we're kind of used to, or these nice kind of fancy smart chips. But either way, your students will be able to preview that document, that file, that video right inside of their Google Doc. Smart chips, making Google Docs a little bit more interactive, pulling in information from events, Google Calendar, files, Google Docs, sheets and slides, and people. Keep in mind the little note I said about sharing. It doesn't automatically share the document with that person. And then keep in mind if you have some awesome group projects coming down the pipeline this year, or if you yourself are taking meeting notes, check out that meeting notes template. I hope you enjoy these Google Doc updates. Reach out if you have any questions at all.